So, like I said, once you look at your question, you know what we are treating is on Matrix Nigeria Limited. That is the name of the company. So you put the name of the company first. You can write it in full. And the question we are solving first, we are solving a comparative analysis. We are solving comparative analysis. Comparative analysis, where we will solve for the absolute and the percentage change for the 2 years, because we are given 2 years to solve for 2014 and 2015. So we are going to solve for the absolute and the percentage change. Then later we'll go and solve for the common size. So now, if you look at your question, the first item we have, it says revenue. I will explain how we arrive at all the figures. So the first one is sales revenue. So now, how did we get all this figure? Before we move to the percentage, I want to do a little walking by this side so that you see how we got this figure. Now, in 2015, this is the working for this figure. In sales revenue, 2015 we have 5,000, while it's 2015. While in 2014 we have 4, 5. So when you minus this 5,000 from the, when you minus the 4550 from the 5,000, you will get this figure. That's how we arrive at this figure. So this is your working, because in the exam you need to show your working, but because of this video I need it to be short, and I don't want to show those working. So I will do a little working, and when we go to the percentage, I also do the working so that you understand. So if you look at it, the revenue for the sales revenue for 2015 is 5,000. While the sales revenue for 2014 is 4,550. They are in millions. That is why we make it this way. They are in millions. So when you minus 4550 from 500, this is what you will get. I hope that is clear enough and simple enough. So you move to cost of sales. In cost of sales, I will just work for just 3, then you follow up and do the rest. So we move to cost of sales. In 2015, cost of sales we have 3660. 3660 is in your question, because some of us will be asking, where are you getting the figure from? That is why I said pause this video and look at the question so that you can follow up. These figures, I'm not manufacturing them, they are in the main question that we are addressing now. So I'm looking at the question to bring it out. So in the cost of sales, we have 3660, then for 2015, then for 2014, we have 3330, that is 3330. So when you take this from this 3660, what you have is this. Punch your calculator and see 3660 minus 3330, you will have this. So that is how we arrive. I will do one more calculation, then we move on to solving those percentages there. So the next one is the gross profit. This is it. The gross profit for 2015, the figure we have is 1340. 1340. I'm doing this because you need to know it, and in the exam you need to show your workings as well. So we have 1340 in 2015, while in 2014 we have 1220, 1220. So when you minus 1340 minus from 1220, what you will have is this. Punch your calculator and you will get it. So with this now, you can solve for operating expenses, profits before interest and tax to get all these figures. This is the correct figure. I just put them in, and this is the little workings. You know, you need to show your workings, but put your workings in where the examiner will see it very well. But don't scatter your work, or don't litter your work with the workings. Put it aside where the examiner can see it. But you know, for the benefit of this, or for the purpose of this video, I have to put it here so that you see it. So you work for other, you know, how I got this figure, you can work with this example. So we go to the percentage now. Now for sales revenue, the percentage is 9. I'll also show you how we are getting the percentage. 989 for sales revenue. Then for cost of sales is 991. 991 for cost of sales. Then for gross profit, 984. 984 for gross profit. Then for operating system, operating expenses rather. Operating expenses we have for minus 500, that minus 500. Then number next for profit before interest and tax, we have 1707. Then for interest we have minus 20 dot 0. Then for profit before tax, we have 22.22. Okay. Then for taxation we have 19.04, and then for the last one we have 23.53. This is 5. Please correct this. This is 5. Now, how did we get this percentage? This is how we got the percentage. So I will do the workings here on how we arrive at the percentage. I'm going to do a little working here for just maybe 3. I will do working for sales revenue, how we got the percentage, cost of sales, how we got the percentage, that is then operating expenses, how we got the for gross profit. So I'm going to work for these 3, then you can work for the rest of it. So how did we get for sales revenue, the percentage for sales revenue? If you remember, we have 5,000 for 2015 for the sales revenue. You minus it from the 4,550. That is for 2014. This is 2014, and this is 2015. Then all over 4550 times 100. This is how we got for sales revenue. If you punch your calculator, it will give you this 9.89. 5,000 minus 4550 divided by 4550 times 100 will give you this. So we have solved for sales revenue, that is the percentage change in sales revenue. Now we are going to solve for cost of sales. Now if you look at cost of sales again, the figure for cost of sales in 2015, in 2015 we have 3660 minus. Then for 2014, 3330, then divide by 3330. You are bringing this 3330 again down, times 100. Times 100, it will give you this figure when you punch your calculator. Like I said, you must go back to the question. That is where we are picking the figure. If you look at sales revenue, we pick the figure for 2015 5,000, and for 2014 4550, then divide by that 2014 again times 100. That is what gave us this. We are talking about the percentage change now. Then for cost of sales, we just work cost of sales now. For 2015, the figure is 3660, and minus it from 2014, which is 3330, then divided by 330 again, that is 2014 figure again, times 100. It gives you this. So we don't have much chance, but let me solve for gross profit. Gross profit, the figure for gross profit is 1340. So this is for gross profit, 1340 minus, that is for 2015 1220. This is for 2014. Then divide, you can still do divide this way, it's still the same thing. Then you bring in the 2014 1220, then times 100. Punch your calculator, it will give you 9.84. So you have to work for the remaining one. I've worked for this work, how we arrive at this figure. This is what I just showed you now. So you have to work for the remaining one. It's as simple as that. But before we go to common size, statement, we need to work, because we just worked for statement of comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December. So we worked for the absolute and percentage change. That is what we have worked for now. So we are going to also work for statement of financial position as at 31st December. We are going to work for that. So after we work for that, we can now go for common size statement. So before I work for the statement of financial position as at 31st December, let me recap again how we arrive at this. We are working for absolute and percentage change. Using the question that Matrix Nigeria Limited, as a company or a model company, it was used. Matrix Nigeria Limited was used as a company for the question. So I'm emphasizing this so that when you you see the question, you know what we are talking about. So like I said, most of these questions are similar. The differences is just little changes. They are similar questions. So like I said, we solve for absolute and percentage change. And how do you solve for absolute and percentage change? Like I said, the sales revenue for 2015 is 5,000, though it's in millions, like I said. So that 5,000, you minus it from the 2014 revenue figure, which is 4550. It will give you this. It's as simple as that. Minus the revenue of 2015 from the revenue of 2014 gives you this figure. It gives you this figure. So then cost of sales, like I said, also the same thing. 2015 figure minus 2014 figure, that is 3660 minus 3330. That is for cost of sales. It will give you this figure. that is how we continue to work for this, the rest of the figure. Then for the percentage change, as for the percentage, I told you that to get for sales revenue percentage, what we did is the 2015 figure, which is this 5,000 here, minus the 2014 figure, divide all over, that is divide by 2014 figure again, times 100. Look at the working here. This is the working here. That is where you have this. I hope this is simple enough to understand, so that we can move into the statement of financial position. Okay, so the second one we are working for now is still absolute and percentage change. That's what we are working for. But the heading, there's a heading, the statement of financial position, as at 31st December. So that is the one we are working for. The first one we worked for, the first one we solved was still absolute and percentage change. But what we worked for is statement of comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December. So this one is statement. In fact, we are still solving the same thing. It's just the same thing the way we did in the first one. It's still the same thing, but I will do few examples, then we move to statement, we move to common size statement. So I will just solve few examples. This video is to enable you understand how you can do your workings at home. You look at the videos wherever you are confused, wherever you don't know how they arrive at this solution, you just look at this video. So we are not going to work everything, no. So what we are going to do is just show you a few examples so that it helps you to carry on. And I know you have your study pack. So for here now, we have assets. Then non-current asset. Current asset. We have property, plant, and equipment. Then we have current asset. Under current asset, we have inventory. Then we have trade receivable. We have short-term deposit. Then we have cash at bank and in hand. So we'll work for this now, like I said, because so that we don't make this video too long. So let's just work for this. Now our property, plant, and equipment. Property, plant, and equipment. Then under current assets, our inventory. Under current asset, because this is on its own, this is on its own. Then under current asset, our inventory is Then trade receivable, then short-term deposit, then cash at bank and in hand, so sorry, 220. Now, so this is it. I will do the working how we got this. It's just the same thing, but I really want you to understand this, how we arrive at the figure, but it's the same thing like the previous one. But let me do few working, maybe just for this and this, then we move to the percentage. So how did we get this? If you look at the question, again, the property, plant and equipment for 2015, the figure for 2015, this is 2014. The figure for 2015 is 1730. You just minus it from 1820, and that is where we got this answer. The answer is minus 90. Is in millions. So how do we get for inventory? The inventory for 2015 is 740. Then you minus it from that of 2016, which is 690. Then this is your answer. I think for these two you can solve for the rest of it. Yes, for these two you can solve for the rest of it. The main purpose of this video is to help you refresh your memory what you've learned in the class. I'm not saying you shouldn't attend classes. It's important to attend classes, because when you attend classes, you find out that you will, know more. Then this video will help you to refresh your memory in case you have forgotten how did I arrive at this figure, or how do they arrive at this figure. So that is the major objective of this video. So let's work for the percentage now. The percentage for our property, plant and equipment is minus 495. Minus 495. This is a minus figure, minus 495. Then under current asset, the inventory is 725. 7.25%. Then trade receivable is 789. 7.89. Then short-term deposit is 100%. 100%. Then cash at bank and in hand is 64.71. 64.71. Now I'm going to also do a little workings on how we arrive at this figure. I have showed us those workings before, but I want it to stick. So I'm going to do the working. How did we arrive at this figure? We arrive at this percentage by the figure of 2015. The figure of 2015 for our property, plant and equipment is 1,730, while for 2014 is 1,820. So you minus it, then you all over still bring a 2014 here, then times 100. It gives you this figure. That's what we did before. So I will do for one more. I will do for inventory under current assets. For inventory, 2015 we have 740 for inventory 2015. Then 2014 we have 6 90, then all over 690 again, which is the 2014, then times 100. Once you type it, punch your calculator, you will have it. This is a video. I try to make sure you understand this very well as we approach the exam. I don't need to punch calculator here, so I only need to explain how we arrive at this figure. So we are moving to common size statement, which is the last one for this. That's why I said we cannot solve part B of this question in one video. It will be too long. So I'll be bringing you part B in the next video.